90% of violent crimes in our country are committed by men. But when we also look at those who die by suicide, over 80% of those people are also men. So we have a problem with violence, not just men causing violence towards others, but men causing violence towards themselves. Why is it that men in our culture commit the lion's share of violence, and what can we do to create safer communities for everybody?
In the past, we have raised boys and men to believe that their value in life and their status in life is connected to being aggressive, solving problems on their own, being tough, using anger or violence to solve problems. And what we know is that really doesn't work well and is really kind of the root cause and foundation of a lot of violence in our culture. Maine Boys To Men is the only organization in Maine that works to end all forms of male violence and self-harm while advancing gender equity by engaging men and boys in the solution. Through funding from the Department of Justice, as well as more recently through the Maine Masonic Charitable Foundation, we've developed a suite of curriculum that we call our Reducing Sexism and Violence program that allows us to work with boys in middle school, all genders in high school, and bring that content out into the state of Maine to work directly with organizations, giving them our curriculum and training them how to use it so that we can reach our goals of reaching hundreds of thousands of youth a year.
When I think about the social and emotional approach to the learning that they do and the programming and the focus on empathy, connection, and belonging, the impact that those can have with youth expand far beyond the concepts of gender equity and expansive masculinity, and will translate for youth into different opportunities that they have, whether it's in the school environment or the sports environment or the home environment, and create many lessons that they'll be able to carry with them for many years.
What I noticed the most, especially in the trainings for young boys, is the sense of relief that comes over the room when we, in essence, through our training, we're giving them permission to put down these burdens of masculinity that have been like piling up on them, that they have to be a certain way, they have to look a certain way, they have to act a certain way. You know, they can't cry, they have to be brave, they have to, all of these sort of like societal expectations that create a lot of impossibility and stress and tension and fear for young boys. And when we say, you know, you get to just be a human being, you get to be whoever it is that you want to be. You don't have to live up to these societal expectations, which in many ways are harmful. You just feel like this relief come across the room, and you get the sense that no one has ever told them that before.
The thing that honestly probably struck me the most about working with the middle school students wasn't when they actually said anything or the way they would respond to a question or anything like that, but it was actually at the times where they were more quiet. You would have these moments where we would run a particular exercise or activity or talk about a particular issue, and you would then just occasionally see on one of the kids' faces consideration. And you would just see this kind of thing go across their face where they're just kind of like, maybe there is a different way.
Personally, I think that this is the most important issue that we're facing locally, nationally, and even globally, is the way that men's aggression and violence is harmful to themselves and others. I don't think there's a more important topic or issue that we should be addressing, both locally as well as globally.
So my name is Susan Skaki, and I'm the Executive Director for the Maine Masonic Charitable Foundation. One of the reasons I thought that partnering with Maine Boys To Men would be important is because the Maine Masonic Charitable Foundation is the philanthropic arm of Freemasonry in Maine. The fraternity is over 200 years old in Maine and is, of course, made up of all men. So I thought if we could find an organization that would have an impactful message or an impactful program then doing so for men in Maine would be fantastic. One of the things that's made me very, very happy is the success of the partnership that we've had with Maine Boys To Men, because we started out wanting to help them expand their programming, and just watching them deliver what they've been able to do, it's just been fascinating. And the only thing that I can hopefully emphasize is that anyone that is in any way servicing youth in the state, please, I encourage you to reach out to Maine Boys To Men and bring them into your school or your practice, because you won't regret it.